Well, cabbage time friends, how y'all doing? It's Saturday mid-morning, 11:27. We've had breakfast a long time ago and I already cleaned up. I'm drinking yet more coffee. I'm going out on the porch. It's storming. I don't want to really get into a big cooking video because it's storming. So I'm telling what we may end up with. No electric. It could go out. I don't want to be halfway through a meal. But we're going to eat. So, have y'all ever tried, we've fixed this on here before. Have y'all ever tried 15 bean soup? And I swear to y'all, I have a memory as a child that this used to be called 16 bean soup. And I argued with Mama on several different occasions. Didn't we used to have 16 bean soup? And she said, nope. I swear I believe I remember it, but that's neither here nor there. So these are 15 beans, split peas, red beans. I don't even know if it tells what kind of beans are in here. Probably does. Anyhow, these are delicious. We love them. And, here's the list of the beans. 15 beans. Northern Pinto, large lima, yellow bean, garbanzo beans, baby lima. Anyhow, they're dry. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, since we are in a storm pattern here today, I'm going to throw these in the crock pot. I'm going to put them on high, and I'm going to cook them until they're good and soft. Now inside of here is a little packet, but I believe it has salt and smoke flavor. Mama don't like either. So probably what I'll do is forego the packet. Here's a little packet. And it says that there's ingredients in there. Y'all see that? But I'll see what it is, what it tastes like. And I'll see when the time comes. But I'll probably add my own seasons to them. And we have a head of cabbage. It kind of turned yellow quick on the outside. But I looked into it. It's good and firm. So I think I'm going to cook the cabbage on the stove. And we've got a kielbasa sausage, smoked sausage. And I'm thinking 16 bean soup and cabbage and kielbasa may be a good combo. Just for some good flavor. What do you think, Mama? You know what she's doing? She's sitting in the living room eating ice. Watching the storms. We've had several. It's just kind of like a rolling thing here. But if it's not lightning, I'm going to go out and sit on the porch. So that's what we're going to try. And I just hope it makes it. Now, worst case scenario, if the electricity does fail and I get midway cooking, I'll finish it on the gas range. You can't beat that kind of deal. I mean, I've got a backup plan, right? So I just really wanted to see, do you all fix 15? Can y'all hear the thunder? We have another round of storms. Do y'all ever fix 15 bean soup? What do you have with it? Does cabbage and kielbasa something you've ever had? Or is that just something I'm making up? Because it really is. Because we usually don't have that combo. But I really need to cook that cabbage head. Having the refrigerator going down is a little bit of crazy. It puts you into eating a lot of stuff. Just like okra and beef tips and noodles. So it's been interesting though. It's been fun. But anyhow, these are called ham beans brand. Hearst ham beans brand. I don't know. We just get them. So dry beans in the crock pot, it takes a while because you're going from dry beans. So I'm going to go ahead and start those. Let them do their thing. Oh, silence, finally. Now the refrigerator's unplugged. That was that ice maker. So if you're wondering the noise level of that new ice maker, that's about it. To me, it's loud. I read a thing the other day, and I thought, oh, that hits you. It said, the older I get, the least I like noise. I used to look for noise. I wanted to go to sleep with noise. I hated quiet. But as I get older, quiet has turned into peace. And I used to feel lonely if all my friends didn't ask me to go somewhere and do everything. And now loneliness has become contentment. I'm thinking, you're getting old. You're getting old. What's wrong here? Okay, cabbage and sausage, yummy. Susan, I think that part really sounds good. Fried, probably. I'm probably going to boil this cabbage because there is a whole head of it. I like boiled cabbage. Mama, there's no way you can fix cabbage that I don't like. I like it fried. I like it boiled. I like it baked. I like it roasted. I guess that's the same. But I like to just cut it in steaks and put olive oil on it and put salt and pepper on it and eat it like that. There's no way you can fix it that I don't like it. I like it in soup. I even like it cold slaw. I like it in all varieties of slaw. I like sweet slaw. I like it with vinegar slaw. There's hardly any way I don't like it. So I'm going to boil that, and I think I would probably wait till later and just put the kielbasa in the beans and let it simmer down that way. And then what I was thinking is how I would eat it tomorrow or this evening is I would take the cabbage, put it in a bowl, pour the beans and the soup and the kielbasa over top of it, and sort of just have a little bean and cabbage bowl. Maybe that'll be Southern Sunday lunch, or maybe it'll be Saturday night supper, and we'll do something else for Southern Sunday lunch. But here's the thing about Southern Sunday lunch tomorrow, folks. That's when they're bringing the refrigerator. No, we didn't ask for it to be brought on Sunday. I asked for it to be brought Thursday night. I wasn't serious. I was just aggravating him. And he was a very good salesperson, and he had a good sense of humor. And he said, would Sunday be okay for delivery? That's the next available. I said, tonight would be great if y'all can. He said, I don't think we can. I know you can't. A Sunday or any time between right now and Sunday will be fine too. We didn't get no reschedule, I'll put it that way. And I'm not saying anything about Lowe's because they have to have some leeway, but they sent me a text yesterday that said, is Sunday still okay for your delivery? Reply yes or no. I said yes. I got a pop-up and it said, you will be called the night before and be given a 5-hour window. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to go to church. If it's in those hours that we're there, they'll text me, and I'll just have to leave Mama out there. Come on home, get ready for them to bring it in, and go back and pick her up, because we're not going to miss church for delivery. I mean, the church is right here too. But anyway, it'll just be a weird day, so it'll probably be right around lunchtime when we normally be cooking and eating with y'all. So Mom and I talked about as we were eating breakfast earlier, and I said, what are we going to plan on cooking tomorrow? We have no refrigerator in here. We do have a refrigerator, but it's so full and stuff. We were able to stick everything in it, but, like to try to thaw out some meat or something, we didn't. And I said, how about a big old thing of 15 bean soup? And she said, you know what? That sounds pretty good. Can y'all hear her in there eating eyes? Mom, have you got any other plans for tomorrow? She ain't talking. She's just, you know why? Because her mouth's full of ice. You want to say hello to the folks, Mama? Hello. Oh, that's so funny. I hope you're safe. I looked at the map last night, and literally, it appeared to be that the whole United States was involved in the storm. Are y'all safe? Good morning, Mama and John. Hey, Miss Rhonda. I hope y'all are safe. And if you're not, I hope you have a plan. Get a plan together, because you don't have time when you hear that freight train coming, as they say. Get a plan. And, your kids should know a plan and a word. Storm shelter. Balloon. I don't know. Here's some balloons. You don't have a lot of time to start explaining things. And if they're panicked and they're scared, you need to take that time prior to a storm and say, if there's a storm, I'm going to yell storm shelter, and you all hit that basement. I don't care what you're doing. You drop it and you go downstairs to that basement. Get a plan together so there's not as much chaos when it really comes. Now, we've had to hit that basement a couple of times in our lives here. And Daddy was in better shape then, but, Daddy wasn't too patient with storms. We'd get down there, as soon as we would get down there before we go, he'd say, I don't think there's going, let's just go back upstairs. Mom would say, no, you wait 15 minutes like they said, we're going to wait. And we'd have a phone or radio or something down there we could hear what was going on. But, make a plan. Have you some provisions. Some people, I know a person who keeps a bag of the essentials and some bottles of water, and they know where to grab it and go. I know people who stock a box in their storm area. Some people are under the stairwell. Some people are in bathtubs. Some people have a basement. If you have a basement, that's the place to go. We go under the stairwell in the basement. So that's our storm-safe place. It's in the middle of the house. There's no exterior walls, and it's all underground. So that's our plan every time. Every time. All right, folks. That's what I'm going to do today. So I just wanted to know if y'all ever, or is there another brand? Have you ever heard of 16 bean soup? I think I remember it. Good morning. Wildfires in Oklahoma yesterday. Scary stuff. Wendy, what is the plan when there's a fire like that? Every time I hear about any fires that are just, I think, what do you do? How do you, there's just floods, same way. I hear about the folks in North Carolina, and I've heard their stories, and I'm like, what would I have done? One woman was talking about her house. She's seen the water coming up, but she couldn't get out, and she was sort of just stuck there, and she began to hear the cracking and the popping, and her house broke loose from the foundation. And she found herself careening down not a river, but just out of control water. 2 women were on there, and they were talking about they had been out in the waters for a day or so. What do you do? It's just, and then like now it's rained. It started here early this morning. I heard thunder real early. And it's just been off and on. It'll quit, then it'll come back. It's just rolling through. The pups are firmly planted on the back porch. They ain't want no part of this stuff. They're out of their houses. They're not scared or anything, or they're not cold. They're just laying out there like, yep, it's just a day on the porch, John. You want to join us? And you know what? I may take them up on it later. I may go out. I'm planning on going on the front porch now and sitting for a while. And then I'm planning on maybe later on this evening. And the reason I go to the front porch and not the back porch is it's pretty much a done deal once I go to the back porch. I mean, once I go to the back porch, when you got 2 big dogs laying on you, up against you, you might, if that's the day. Them babies. So, I'm going to throw these in the crock pot. Mama, you think I should put the meat in the crock pot this soon? No. I didn't think so either. What do you think about this little flavor pack in it? She don't use it. Now these, I'll have to wash these, and we'll call what we do look at them. See if there's any little pebbles. It's hard to find. It's not hard to find in pintos, but when you're doing all these little different beans, it's hard to find if there's a rock or clod of dirt. So I will wash them thoroughly, and then I'll put them in there with about 3 inches of water over them and let them slowly simmer. And then I'll cut that cabbage up, and I'll probably gonna boil it. I think that sounds good. Frying is good, but it's a different flavor. I want just some good cooked cabbage. And I'll put a pinch of sugar in it just to, it blends that flavor out good. And a little pepper. Maybe a little bit of Creole seasoning or something like that. And we'll have Tomorrow I'm planning on doing just a bowl of cabbage, and then the bean soup and the cooked beans and smoked sausage over top of it. I think we can work that in, even if they're moving the refrigerator in and out. So I guess I'm preparing Sunday lunch already. We'll heat it up tomorrow. You gotta get on top of dried beans. You can't. It's gonna take them. I don't know why the number 6. 5 or 6 hours is what we usually cook them. 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that. All right, folks, grab you a cup of coffee. Enjoy this stormy day, because I don't think we have a choice. I probably won't be back today because there ain't nothing exciting going to be happening with a crock pot of beans and a little bit of cooked cabbage. I may wait till in the morning and cook the cabbage. But I just don't want to get a meal started or something in the oven, and then electricity go off, then have to take it all out to the gas oven and all that. This would just be a simple transfer. All right, folks, I got chores to do. Indoor chores today. All indoor activities today. We thank you for liking and following and sharing last night. We did grow a little bit. Appreciate that. Keep that up for us. Mama's wanting to hit 200,000 by Easter. She wanted it by her birthday, and then she wanted it by Christmas. But we've had sickness, and she's not felt well. But if you don't care, help her out with that. She gets a goal. She wants to meet it. But I'm going to go out here and clear a path, a good wide path, for them to bring the refrigerator tomorrow. And do all the things that has to be done. I don't want to be rushed doing that later. A lot of stuff like that going on. And I tell you what I'm going to do. Mama reminded me a while ago. Let me take that back. I've done this in the past and it never did work out well. Last year I bought ferns and I brought them in the garage. And I did like they said this time. Last time I just brought them in and I laid newspaper down and I set the ferns down and I watered them and done all that, and they all fell off and they died and they never really did recover. I said I'll never do that again. I'll just buy new ferns. Forget that. So this year I was reading this, said cut them all the way back. Cut them all the way back to the pot. Keep them watered through the winter. Keep them at 50 degrees or more. Then in the springtime, they'll come back out and grow rather quickly. I think the old growth hindered the new growth on those others or something. I don't know. But I did save them just like they said. And honestly, they look greenish. You know, what's down in there, I see a little green. And I've done okay. They may be a flop. Mama said, why don't you set your ferns out in this good warm rain today? Because it's 60 degrees. And she said, that'll give me a head start. I said, that's brilliant, Mama. So I'm going to set the ferns out while we got warm weather and rain. And see if that'll, because Bradford pears are blooming here. We've got buds. The maples are in full burgundy. I mean, it's beautiful. The forsythias are blooming. We have yellow plants everywhere. Tulips are coming out. The fields are full of... they got 2 or 3 names. Easter lilies is what we call them, but they're really not Easter lilies. They're daffodils, Mama said. But don't they call them something else, Mama? Jonquils, daffodils. No wonder something with so many names. No wonder I can't remember them. But that's, it's kind of nice. So I'm going to put them ferns out and see if they'll say, whoo, let's get to growing. It's almost spring. Almost spring. Beautiful. Good morning, John and Mama. Hey. Have a wonderful Saturday. You too, Kimberly. Listen, y'all have a great Saturday. Enjoy it. Do something fun. Just sit around, read a book. On a rainy day, if you can't get outside and everything's done inside and I love to sit and read a book. Get near a window. You can enjoy the rain. You can hear the rain while you're reading. It's really nice. So I may end up reading a book, but I got a lot of work to do before I read a book. I've got to find Foghorn Leghorn up here a place to stay. He sat on that refrigerator for years, and the hen and all that. Gotta get everything put up. Right. That's it. Mommy, got anything you want to yell in from the other room? She's still enjoying her ice. I got tickled there a while ago. After breakfast, she said, I'm taking a hot cup of tea and a cup of ice, and I'm going to my chair. Oh, it reminds me of myself when I'm running around with ice water in one hand and hot coffee in another. Don't knock it till you try it. Y'all have a blessed Saturday. Lord willing, we'll see you in the morning for Sunday School Highlights. Southern Sunday lunch might just be a toss-up. We'll see. We may come on late or we may early. It depends on where that 5-hour window is. And we'll holler at you sometime tomorrow, though. And y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the morning. Bye.